Hello, everyone. My name is Shadow, and I'll be your entertainer this evening. I'm going to be playing some Strange Horticulture today, which is a sort of puzzle game that I've actually been wanting to play for a while. Just hasn't come up that I've had a chance to. But as you can see, there's another game, Strange Antiquities, that's going to be coming out soon. The demo's actually out now, so figured may as well get into Strange Horticulture, so I'll be ready to play Strange Antiquities when it comes out. So, let's hop into the game, and let's see what strange plants we'll see. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors so that neighbors can reach across and shake hands, or more likely, exchange unpleasantries. Strange Horticulture is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town. Recently, the shop passed to me after the death of my uncle. There was much to learn, but one thing is already clear. The rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses after all. Interesting. Day 1, Friday. I've found it. An excerpt on the elusive wandering blue. Come to the library in Ambleside, and I'll tell you all about it. I've even found something on the gilded dendra that might be of interest. Simone. P.S. Give Hellebore a good scratch behind the ear for me. Will do. Aw, purring kitty. Hello, Miss Gray. I must have walked past the shop 100 times without ever stopping to look. What a wonderful place to spend your day, surrounded by plants. Indeed. I came here because I have an unusual request. At night I hear whispered voices, too faint to hear clearly, coming from the floor above me, but nobody lives up there. The rooms are empty. My curiosity has gotten the better of me. I must find out what they're saying. St. John's Poppy. Drag items from here onto your desk. Encyclopedia for plants. Note that where I've included sketches, these are not always intended as an aid to identification. Often the descriptions will be more useful. Take extra care when dealing with poisonous plants. We're looking for St. John's Poppy. Vibrant petals of this flower can be brewed to create a draught that can greatly improve the imbiber's hearing ability. Flowers are bright red with a yellow center. Here. Should be correct. Plant identified. So then we need to label that if I remember correctly. Whoops. Because I remember reading in the settings when I was trying to find like subtitles or anything, there was an option for it to auto-label. Obviously, I did not click that setting since I am manually labeling it. Anyway, next guest. Hello, David. Good morning. Bloody awful weather out there today. Good for the plants, though, eh? Got a letter for you. Ooh. Letter from whom? Oh. Gosforth is a hateful town. I was beaten and robbed and left to die in the streets. Lovely. After many days, I was rescued by a kind stranger, just as I had come to fear that wickedness had infected the heart of every soul in that accursed place. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town with a group of travelers. On the northeast corner of the wood, I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Interesting. What's this? Dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Keep it secret. Interesting. Ooh, big map. So we're here. Is it... Where's this letter? This one? Gosforth. Definitely not nearby. Yeah. Put that away. Probably put my book away too. We've got the will to explore. It opens the map anyway. It's Gosforth. There it is. A hateful town, they said. Well, let's see. I should not have come here. A darkness hangs over this town like an executioner's blade. I feel a rising dread in my chest. Curious. Something's got those witches in the forest stirred up. They're not letting anyone through. I had to take the long way round down through Backbarrow. Never did trust that sisterhood. Anyway, I'm here now, and I've brought Fennet from the south to trade for some lemon dandy. Okay. Lemon dandy. Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name of this plant, supposedly referring to a peeled lemon rind. Among several medicinal uses, the flower of the lemon dandy is most associated with curing afflictions of the heart. Well, that's kind of sad. Ooh, watering can. Don't think that's quite right. Maybe this? Curled leaves? It kind of looks like the picture. That here. And that one's more flowers. I think that's the best option we've got. Plant identified. New plant acquired. which she said was... Ooh. I don't remember what he said it was. Darn it. It was like... It's like... Venom or something like that? Fennel? This one was Lemon Dandy. Which can be yellow. This was our new plant. I don't see it in here. So hopefully if anyone asks, it'll just kind of be obvious. Got the will to explore again, though. Oh, and our book is over here. Or not our book, our letters. Library in Ambleside. That's a thing. Where's Ambleside? Here. The library here in Ambleside is one of my favorite haunts. Simone the librarian is always helpful and friendly, and shares some of my passion for unusual plants. Today she's grinning ear to ear and can't wait to show me what she's found. Philodendra and Wandering Blue. Interesting. My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman, her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her, a terrifying black skeletal creature. Spooky. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of an expression about its features. It seemed to be laughing. But not the joyous laughter of a child. A sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. These past weeks have been getting worse. I need sleep. Forest camphor. Let's see what we can do about that. Forest camphor. Here we are. Strong-smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful soporific effect, making it a common ingredient in sleeping draughts. Camphor produces a beautiful, rounded, dark blue cluster made up of smaller flowers. That sounds like this. Pungent but not unpleasant. The bulb is soft, yellow, leaves are waxy. Strong-smelling bulb, dark blue cluster, smaller flowers. That sounds correct. Forest camphor. Yeah. We got a Butterdale for it. Well, we didn't get a Butterdale, but we got the book for a Butterdale, so that's Forest camphor. Hello, Miss Butterfield. Speaking of, I could have sworn I just got... Sorry, what was that? Got any Wandering Blue? That always reminds me of... Oh, what's his name? That old hermit. Adventurer, the Wanderer. Anyway, the blue, if you've got it. I don't know if I do. I don't think I do. So called because this fungus can move slowly in the dark. It's been known to cover distances of up to several meters in one night. The gills on the underside of this mushroom form glowing blue lines. Only got a couple of mushrooms. It's probably not that one. The undersides are somewhat sharp. That's Not as spongy as most mushrooms. Can't see the undersides, though. And that doesn't have, like, classic mushroom cap, but it would be a fungus. Or at least it looks sort of like a fungus. This is the only one that's even close, but I get the feeling it's wrong. Really? Plant identified. I guess we'll name it. I was expecting that to be... Well, I guess it's possible that it could still be wrong. Late Shroom, thanks for the follow. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Let's see. Dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Back Barrow. Where's Back Barrow? Back Barrow. Sounds like some sort of mountain sort of thing. Yeah, this does feel like a pretty witchy game, doesn't it? I mean, it does, like, directly reference witches in an area, but... Oh, there's Back Barrow. And then northeast. So, hills northeast. Northeast hills. The weather changes fast out in the hills. What started as a gray morning has turned into bright sunshine. A good thing too, because it takes me several hours to find what I came for. By the time I'm done, the cloud is sweeping back over, a cloak of unwelcome shade. But I get. New plant acquired. Heck yeah. Now we can end the day. It started when she found something that she was not meant to find. A book tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside library. Is that referring to our librarian? What is this? Row H, the Third River. Is that part of our map, I wonder? Row H, Third River. Ooh, we keep it. Whoop. Pull that out. Row H here. 1, 2, 3. That doesn't look quite right, though. Row H. Could be the other side. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can just go there and check it out later. See if I find anything. Got the will to explore right now, so may as well. Go H. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Doesn't need to look like that. A dead deer in the river, yellowed bone protruding from matted hide and rotten flesh. Death for one provides life for many. That's a pretty plant. A little spooky, but pretty nonetheless. Alright, pet the kitty. And first customer of the day. Mr. Burbridge. Bring me a sample of Apis demyssus and be quick about it. The cat is setting off my allergies. Shouldn't have... Excuse you, the cat is vital to the shop's function. Apis demyssus. Oh, there it was. It is candy root. A plant with medicinal properties that can aid with digestive troubles. Only the petals are safe for consumption. Yeah, I can already tell I'm not gonna like this guy. Leaves are coarse to the touch. Just like this one. Eh, what's this? It's a picture. That one is candy root. Yellow fits for this one. Still got one more thing that we can explore with. Oh, he's definitely not reading the fine print. He doesn't seem like the type. Okay, so I tried going directly to Gosforth. That was a bad idea. So he says he does his recovery south of the town, in the woods south of the town. On the northeast corner of the wood, I sat and stared at a bright flower. So here, maybe? The wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature, away from the stench and clamor of Undermere. It's not long before I espy a bright flower among the trees. Yeah! Got it. Oh, those two are very similar. That's gonna be an interesting one. Lake Undermere is looking fine in the sunshine today. Here's your mail. Yay! There's an old slate mine at Hard Knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. Never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in the damp, dark tunnels left by the tramways. Thought you might be interested. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. I'm absolutely interested, Duncan. Why, thank you. Now, what did you actually say? Hard Knot. Where is that? Okay, that's going away while I search. It's a mine, so probably somewhere in the mountains. There it is. That's hard not. What did he actually say? That's the wrong letter. There it is. An old slate mine at Hard Knot. So there's no extra directions there, so we'll try going directly to Hard Knot. An iron gate, rusted by years of abandonment, sits across the entrance to the tram tunnel. Rusted it may be, but it won't budge. Locked. Requires clavilium. Heart-shaped leaves. Not sure if I have. They're sort of heart-shaped. It doesn't specify anything about that. Probably not that one. I might not have this plant yet. Oh, it's a little disappointing, but I can always come back. Hello there, Mr. Ward. Heading to the Grizzadale Forest, investigating a possible murder there. Can't say I'm looking forward to it. The Sisterhood are a secretive lot, and they're not keen to talk to me. Your leader, the Arba, or whatever they call her, she's dead. That's unfortunate. My instinct is they're hiding something. I was hoping you might have some fox button that would help me win them over. Well, I'm not sure if that's necessarily going to help, but I might have something along the lines. An offering of fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Fair enough. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs along the stems. Gonna be one of those two, I reckon. Thick, shiny leaves, that might be. Yeah, that's fair. Flowers are generally a pretty good sign of friendship. So I don't have anything to identify the other two. At the moment, I'm thinking this one's the most likely. It has those thick leaves. And it was talking about on the inspection, it was saying they were, what was it? Stiff, kind of close to being thick. They're not as round as the picture, though. We're going for the roundness. That one's good. This does look a bit more like a button. Just because this one does look more like the picture, I'm gonna try this one, I think. It worked! I need to start trusting the picture a little more. Good kitty. This seems awfully random to just have found among things. I'm not sure I can figure out where it goes yet, though. Kind of curious about this stone circle. May as well go check it out. Circle of ancient rhyolite boulders. It's been a site of ritual importance for hundreds of years. A lone pillar of red sandstone stands off to one side. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I know the witches. I could theoretically go try to talk to them. I keep forgetting where they say they are. Whoops. Hello again, Miss Gray. I was able to make out the whispered voices last night with the help of the St. John's poppy. There's a medium using the room, illegally, I might add, holding midnight seances for gullible grievers. Well, that's concerning. Is there a plant you know of that I could use to give them a scare and drive them away? Apparently Harlequin Blue. When the bushy blue flower heads dye black, they release seeds with a downy pappus, which assists in wind dispersal. Once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out a high-pitched shriek. Widely believed to be the spirits of dead souls trapped within the plant. That would certainly be one way to scare people off. Okay, bushy blue flower heads. Maybe this? A light, airy scent. It's definitely a bushy blue flower head. I think it would say something about being a cluster of flowers if it was this one. Also, I can water my flowers. Hey. Huh? That one likes water? Well, now I need to water all of them just to see if they like water. That one likes water. Sorry, ma'am. I'll be with you in just a moment. I absolutely plan to try out Strange Antiquities when, like, the full game comes out. That's actually why I'm playing this now, is so that I'll have played this when the full game for Strange Antiquities comes out. So I've been wanting to play this one for a while, and, well, may as well play it now that there's another one coming out, right? Shimmerlung. Well, that one looks interesting. Let's do purple on this one. What was that? Harlequin blue? Yes. Got some will to explore again. I think maybe it was the Grisdale Forest that the witches were in. Could try Rustland on the way. Or no, Rustland wouldn't be on the way. That would be across. Yeah, let's just go straight for the heart of the forest. As soon as I step off the road, 2 members of the Sisterhood step out and remind me that this is their forest. I am not welcome here. Okay, so I cannot apparently go talk to the witches. I am filled with a rising dread. Bethany Coleman, hello. You may have heard the rumors that our Arda is dead. May Ardarina bring her spirit peace. The nature of her death is unusual. Sisterhood does not often look to outside help, but this is beyond our knowledge. If you show my sister this letter, they will allow you entry to the forest. Man, just went a little too early. To be assured of your discretion, we require that you use Mary's breath to bind yourself to secrecy. Alright. Which one's Mary's breath? Wide waxy leaves allow this plant to collect the large amounts of water that it requires. It is said that a person could be bound to secrecy using Mary's breath. It used to be grown in the royal gardens, so that the king could ensure the trust of his confidants, but the practice fell out of favor. Wide waxy leaves. Those are definitely wide, and it says waxy. Veined leaves have also wide and waxy leaves. The drawing does have veins on it, which that one didn't have so much. And this one does look a bit more like a water plant, considering the cattail design. They are much wider too, and kind of curled. Looks more like a cup. I think I'll try this one. It worked. Yes. That one can have pink. We have failed in our duty as protectors of the forest. Our secrets have been stolen and the Arda has been murdered. You will find us deep in the Grizzadale Forest, a mile from the lake shore to across the Torver. Please help us. Yours in hope, the Sisterhood of Arduina. So now I can probably go in there. Okay, so a single block is a single mile. Said a mile from the lake shore. Across the Torver. Well, this one's about a mile in. Across from Torver. So, here. So this lake, not the other one. Okay. A mile from the lake shore. Do I go here or here? That's... I think this one. A sister tries to stop me from entering, but I show her the letter and she lets me through. I am ushered into a walled courtyard, and then through a large oak door, along a corridor and down a set of stone stairs into a cool basement. Lying on a table draped in silk is the Arda. There is not a mark on her, but her open eyes are black. Her mouth, her veins, her hair, all black as a raven's wing. You know what could do this? Asks my escort. I set to work. Looking for Wren. Long leaves of the wren are known to turn black in the presence of certain poisons, so can be used to detect them. Has no flower, it's said to be unpleasant, to smell unpleasant to those who have known death, and sweet to those who have not. Has a scent that scratches the back of my throat. Unpleasant to those who have known death. We've just met someone dead, so... That looks like it should be correct. Yeah. Wren. I extract a sample of the Arda's blood and introduce it to the wren, and my suspicions are confirmed immediately. The leaves of the wren turn black, which can only mean one thing: gilded dendra poisoning. Upon presenting my findings, I am rushed away quickly. The sisters do not want me hanging around, it seems. They do, however, send me on my way with a couple of plants, which I'm grateful for. Woo! course, they're all put in the same spot so that everything is very crowded. Oh, it's you again. I'm this close to reporting you, halfwit. The last plant you gave me has made my skin itch furiously. Didn't follow the instructions. I'll have your little shop shut down and torn to the ground if you don't make this right. Butterdale or Meekdew. Need to think carefully about which plant to use here. My actions could have consequences. Yeah, this guy. Let's see, Butterdale, often found growing in clumps on valley sides. It's been used for centuries as a cure for skin rashes. Or Meekdew. Touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. Who actually is this guy? A rich man who inherited a fortune but never experienced the love of his parents. Fair enough. Expects people to do his bidding and is quick to anger. There are many people in Undermere who would be glad to see the back of him, but with wealth comes power and few would challenge him to his face. Oh, so this is where you see a chat log. Noted. Yeah. I don't feel like getting my shop shut down, though. So we're gonna do Butterdale. See, the dark green leaves can be stewed and mulched to form a poultice. The flowers smell buttery to some people. Interesting. Purple flowers with a light buttery scent. Butterdale. Still got some room to explore. I'm not sure if I have what I need for hard knot yet. Could do a little more exploring elsewhere. How about another stone circle? Nobody knows why these stone circles were built, but standing in this tranquil place, it's not hard to imagine pagan rituals being performed here. Yeah, I can see that. Ooh, another card. What do we got? North of Hawk's Head, east of Lowick, west of Rustland, south of Crinkle Crags. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure, and after studying it for some time, she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it would never be found. So that's probably not our librarian, because she absolutely shared that book. And immediate will to explore. But first, let's water our plants. So now that I can water my plants, I'm gonna water them every time I can. Well, at least once a day. I wonder if any of them will get upset at too much water. None of them look particularly... Well, I was about to say none of them look particularly like a succulent. This one here kind of looks like it could be. It's either a fungus or a succulent. I suppose it could be a really weird flower. Are all of them gonna do that if I water them long enough? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know which ones I've missed, though. I'm pretty sure I got everything to the right of this shelf. It is definitely nice to have something to do. I'm pretty sure you'll almost always have customers, though, because the day ends once you're out of customers. Also, I've definitely doubled up on some of these. Hopefully they don't mind. I kind of wonder if this is, like, a way to gather the will to explore. Like, if you finish with a customer and you don't have enough to explore, but you want to. I think that would be interesting. Alright. North of Hawkshead, so where's Hawkshead? Everything's worth a try at least once. Actually, let's start with Rustland, because I know where that is. So it's west of Rustland. It's probably saying literally anything west of that area. South of the Crinkle Crags, which is here. There's Hawkshead. So it's literally just in this row. West of Rustland. Then east of Lowick. Where's Lowick? There. So right here. My eyes are drawn to the silhouette of a grizzled old man, standing at the edge of a field. His mind is broken, seemingly beyond repair. Vacant eyes fixate on nothing. A whisper of an expression, as my gaze sweeps his face, but only a whisper. He raises his arm and points. I follow his outstretched finger, and am surprised to find a cluster of wildflowers growing there, hidden from view. Woo! you are going over here with more of the dark flowers. Already got more world to explore. I don't think I have anything to explore yet, so let's call a customer. Mr. Miller. Looking for a plant. Lady of what's it? Something or other. No green-eyed drear, that's for sure. My mind isn't all what it used to be. It's supposed to be the one that helps with mental decline. Lady of Summer, maybe? Leaves grow around delightfully, which, combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature, makes this a sought-after ornamental plant, aged with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. Looks like one of these two. It says the leaves curl. A single sweet-smelling dark flower, combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature. Dark blue petals are soft to touch. Fingers ache. I think it would have said something about that. And these ones have the curly leaves. I think this one is best. Yeah. Lady of Summer. Got Fennett. Oh, that's the one that he was trading earlier. Oh, where was it? This one? And that should be it. Yes, that should be that one. I almost had it spelled correctly. Of course, now that I know they're in here. Where is he? This one? I'm actually not seeing the guy who traded me that. I'm not seeing a few of the characters. I guess not all of them have bios. Eh, Oh well. Got some will to explore. Gotten a few more plants. We might have the one for Heart Knot. Pavilion. Heart-shaped leaves. Pretty sure I already looked at that one. Probably not that. I mean, I could always try it, but I don't think it'll work. I don't know if it'll mess it up if I try it and it doesn't work. Theoretically, it shouldn't. That is correct. That is Clavilium. I had it the whole time. The gate swings open slowly, complaining loudly on its rusty hinges. After a short exploration of the tunnel, I am rewarded. Got 3 more plants. Mushrooms! Heck yeah! Shiny mushrooms, too. So this guy's Clavilium. Let's do purple. He seems like a purple tag. How do I spell that? Got him. Hello again, Mr. Schaefer. You're saying the artist's been killed. I know a lot of people don't trust that sisterhood, but it seemed to me that the Arda always looked out for the less fortunate. Thank you for my mail. The cold is too much to bear beyond the gap. I was forced to turn back. I'd advise against it, but if you are determined to explore Great Gable, be sure to take precautions. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll have a plant up your sleeve that can keep you warm, should the weather turn against you. Warmest regards. Very funny, Amos. The Great Gap, he said. Great Gable. Beyond the gap. But yes, for exploring Great Gable. Interesting. After several hours of arduous hiking and scrambling, I'm still some distance from the summit. I'm freezing and ready to head home. I should do the sensible thing and turn back down the mountain. Unless I have Brimlock. Those suffering from hypothermia can be rescued by a draught made using leaves from the Brimlock plant. It has a warming effect that protects against extreme cold. When conditions are just right in the cold of winter, Brimlock produces small yellow flowers. The leaves are waxy and tough. Well, I happen to have another waxy-leafed plant. It happens to not really have any flowers at the moment, because it's not very cold. Possibly. Heck yeah. I push on, no longer feeling the cold, and am presently rewarded. New plant acquired. Need to remember to label that. What color flowers did it say? Has waxy, small yellow flowers. Alright, next. Mr. Norman Lee. This plant is cursed. It's brought me nothing but sorrow. It's unfortunate. I will gladly take it off your hands. New plant acquired. Looks very similar to the Wandering Blue. Miss Simone Green. The Hellebore, always a pleasure, my feline friend. Hope he hasn't been nibbling the plants again. Cats are bad about that. I have a favor to ask. You owe me for the hours I spent digging out information on those plants. I've been burning the midnight oil again, and could use some common trouse. And I know where to find it. Okay? According to Grayson's herbology, it grows in abundance on red pike. I'll come by the day after tomorrow to collect it. I have business in Sedberg in the meantime. Here, take this. So we can identify it. Excellent. Oh. I'm already... Oh, red pike, that's what she said. I enjoy a pleasant stroll up the fell. The going is easy, the weather agreeable, and the view is majestic. I do not have to look hard to find what I'm after. No flowers, sparse leaves. Could be a common trouse. Despite being described as common, the trouse can in fact be quite tricky to find. However, it's known to grow in abundance on the slopes of red pike. Nobody knows why. Its leaves have been used for centuries as a balm against eye strain. That actually would be incredibly useful. Just so we know what it is when she comes back. Hello again, Miss Green. When you work with the occult, I find it pays to uphold a certain image. Oop. If you're going to be accused of performing witchcraft anyway, it doesn't hurt to put on a bit of a show every now and then. Let the punters know what I'm capable, sort of thing. Fair enough. So what are you trying to do? Long story short, I may have threatened to turn a small boy into a toad, and the little bugger called my bluff. Oh dear. Alright, thank you for joining me. I hope you rest well. Let's see, what was she saying? Little bugger called my bluff. Don't look at me that way. Whoop. Hold on. Don't look at me that way. You know what little boys are like. I can assure you he deserves to be turned into a toad. Anyway, I think a little display is needed to discourage this sort of behavior in the future. You got any shimmerlung? Let's see. Shimmerlung. The dried stem of the shimmerlung burns very brightly and noisily, letting off a near-blinding white-purple light. Flowers grow wrapped in large, ridged leaves. I think I have that one. Pleasing stench, leaves have stiff ribs. That looks like it could be it. Yeah, Shimmerlung. That one's gonna be purple. Let's see. Is there anywhere else that needs explored at the moment? It's a cave here. Can I explore this random dragon? Might be worth looking at this cave. A thin crack runs down the rock face, widening as it nears the ground, just wide enough for a man to slip through. There's a problem. A large boulder blocks the entrance, too heavy to move. Farmers worry. Spongy mushroom with potent abilities, only safe to consume in small quantities. Grants great strength for short periods at the expense of severe fatigue once the effect is worn off. And I know I have one more mushroom somewhere in here. I should probably put all the mushrooms together, so I'm not searching like this. Oh, it was a red mushroom. Nope, there was a red mushroom, but it goes red, green, and black. There it is. Small amount of light. If I have it, it's probably this one. Maybe this one? Doesn't appear to have any warps, though. I think it's going to be this one. That wasn't Farmer's Worry. Well, at least I know that now. Yeah, I probably don't have it. Sorry if I'm shouting, I'm a little hard of hearing. That's alright. Looking for a plant that can supposedly help me hear better, but I've forgotten what it's called. I remember it's bright red. Names and clarity. Stomach pains. Cold. Skin rashes. Afflictions of the mind. We haven't done anything for hearing yet, so... sure and painful way to die. That's not what he's after. Stomach distress. Painful sores. Protect against predators. Sight and memory. Gastric distress. Anxiety. Highly poisonous, resulting in insanity and death. That's probably not what he's after. Souls and spirits. Toxic to humans. Insect repellent. Well, I do have some bright red plants. Only one of which is not identified. Also have some duller red. You'd be taking a bit of a risk with this, though, dude. Because I don't have an identification for what you're after. This, unfortunately, is my best bet at what you're after. I could use a hint. Sounds like they want St. John's poppy? Really? Oh. Oh. Because I was skipping over the ones I'd already read, already identified. Yeah? Improve the imbiber's hearing ability. Oh. Oh, right. So we were using it for that lady who wanted to hear the people who lived above her. Well, they didn't live above her, but they were using the space above her that they weren't supposed to be in. I forgot to go exploring. Oh, this one's broken. Time passed, a year and then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight did not mean out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested, what she brooded over when she did her chores, what she pictured when she dreamed. Spooky. Day 4, Monday. Going here. The gentle sound of flowing water. Sunlight through scattered clouds. A reset. And some plants. New plants acquired. Purple and blue. Pretty light purple. Pink, sort of? Kind of here. Why are you over here? That's not your spot. And you actually did get the correct spot pretty well. Okay, so that is gathering the will to explore. Don't particularly need right now. Hello again, Reuben. The Fox button was no help, I'm afraid. Sisterhood still refused to speak openly with me. Not that I have the time to pursue it properly. I'm rushed off my feet this week. There's been a body found up at the Swinside Stone Circle. Apparently it's a grisly one. Don't suppose you've got anything to help keep my lunch down? Stomachs never coped too well with the grisly ones. Fennec. Conveniently for you, I got traded some Fennec earlier this week. Game. I was at one of these stone circles. Swinside? Let's go look. I sure thought of what happened here. If these stones could tell us what they saw. The chill comes over me as I realize I do not want to linger. Okay. Hello again, Mr. Schaefer. Morning. Verona Green handed me this for you. She seemed in a good mood. Ooh, a letter. I meant to tell you this yesterday, but it slipped my mind. I discovered a plant on a recent trip to Grisdale Forest, just northeast of Rustland. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. I would have brought it back with me if the sisterhood had given me a moment alone, but they seem overly protective lately. Said northeast? They really like northeast in this game. See if I can get in. From the moment I step off the road, I can't shake the feeling of being watched. Suddenly I find my way blocked by 3 women wearing green cloaks and holding short elm bows. Nobody may wander freely throughout the forest by order of the Arda. I turn to walk back, but then again, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. I might have a trick or two. Or maybe a plant. The mellow glow has sharp thorns that protect from predators. Hoping this is correct. Sharp thorns. There we go. With the help of the mellow glow, I walk right past the sisters without them paying me any heed. Chuckling to myself, I collect the plant that Verona talked about and take my leave. New plant acquired. Oh, I need to label that. What was it? This one? Mellow glow. Got quite a bit of rising dread at the moment. Hello, Miss Swift. How's it going? I am afraid. The camphor you gave me is helping me sleep, and I'm very grateful for it, but the visions are as strong as ever. It's unfortunate. The woman in the jade mask appears in my dreams every night. She screams at me, but I do not know why, and behind her, that presence is always there, dark and dreadful. I don't know what to do. Dreams feel like a warning that I don't understand. A mosaic of color that refuses to come into focus. Some part of me wants to stare down that abyss, but I'm afraid. Aguria. When burned, incense made from the woody stem can enhance psychic abilities. Or candlewood, which I'm guessing is going to block them. I hate to say it, but if it were me, I would encourage these visions. So I'm gonna see if I can get her some Aguria. Light blue flowers, like rounded tufts of gentle lamb's wool, characterize this plant. Sounds about right. Aguria identified. And again, I've always been mildly envious of people who were adept with that sort of thing. Let's see. I already did that. I'm still not sure what. Not sure what to do with this. I don't see a similar marking anywhere. I'm sure we'll figure it out at some point, but it's interesting. For now, we can go check out somewhere interesting. Maybe this Ravenglass place? An expanse of water surrounds the coastal hamlet of Ravenglass, which sits on the estuary of 3 rivers. My librarian's friend Simone tells me that the Romans once used this as a naval port. Fun. Miss Elsbeth. Hello. You don't come to Undermere often, but I heard about your shop, and I said to Francis we simply must pay a visit. How nice. It's a wonderful breath of a life in an otherwise dreary town. I'm the green-fingered one, but it's not really his cup of tea, and it's not really his cup of tea. I persuaded him the trip would do him good, and besides, he'll be wanting to take a boat out on the lake. Shame about this awful weather, though. Yeah, I like the rain. You must come to Scissor. We have a small library with some books on plants that my grandfather acquired many years ago. I'm sure they will be of interest to a horticulturist such as yourself. Probably. Been cordially invited to Scissor Castle by Lord and Lady Elsbeth. I guess we're going to Scissor. Where is Scissor? There. I am greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elsbeth herself. She is very talkative and has many questions on horticulture that I do my best to answer as she takes me on a tour of the gardens. Oh, you must take a sample of this back with you, she exclaims, pointing out a plant I do not recognize. But before I can stop to take a look, she has already whisked me on to the next. And this one too, she says. I'm quite exhausted by the time we make it back to the library, and I don't have the time to make as thorough a study as I would like. Nevertheless, I am able to find an interesting entry that I note down. Don't forget these, Lady Elsbeth cries as I make to leave. She thrusts the plant from the gardens back into my hands, and I thank her warmly. Ooh. Those are interesting plants. There we go. All sorted. Mr. Shaw, welcome. Mushroom. Red spores. Moves in the dark. That's all I've got. Any ideas? I might have some. Not as spongy as most mushrooms. In fact, the undersides are somewhat sharp. Red warts protrude from the caps. Not that. Wandering blue. Not harlequin blue. Put that away. You can move slowly in the dark. Let's see. Next point of interest. I did go back to Hard Knot. That one's gone. I don't have more mushrooms, so it's not worth going back to that one cave. I think let's try Grassmere. I passed through the idyllic village of Grassmere with its quaint stone cottages daubed in ivy. No doubt occupied by a fancy poet or an artist, perhaps. As people pass by, they smile and wave, while children play carelessly on the open green. It's a far cry from the congested, dank streets of Undermere. Perhaps I should move my shop here. Yeah, that's always an option. Selena Scott. They say Black Combe is haunted now. Bradley Miller told me he saw the ghost of a huge deer, antlers and all. But then Bradley Miller also says he can talk to squirrels. Wouldn't be surprising in this world. Either way, there's something evil in them hills, and I'm not taking any chances. Awful what happened to that poor young man up at Swinside. Come for some stinking mount cap. Sunset mount cap. Type of fungus with domed caps, sometimes called stinking mount cap, as a result of its unpleasant odor. Ah. Toxic and should not be eaten. Whoops. Well, probably this one. This one that I tried to eat earlier. Whoops. There's one more place to explore. Sedberg? I believe that's where the librarian said she'd be. Sedberg is one of the many towns in this vicinity that has made its wealth from the wool trade. Indeed, as I explore its streets, I see a farmer shepherding his flock to the monthly market. I'd hoped to find a plant to add to my collection, but there is nothing that catches my eye. Oh well. Maybe tomorrow. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east, where the everheart grows. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned to drink. That's rough. Morning, kitty. Alright, so we could go meet whoever this is first. That's 3 miles to the east. Yeah. We'll remember the castle to go meet the person. A dead tree, its bark cracked and blackened by fire, stands alone on the hillside. Off to one side, a patch of flowers grows on a low mound. New plant acquired. Slightly better. Alright, who's first today? Miss Swift again. What have you done to me? I see the woman in the jade mask everywhere. And that creature that stands over her shoulder. I almost feel like I can sense its desires. Oh, that's what you wanted to know, isn't it? It is afraid of the sisterhood, that much is clear. It will lay waste to them. So much death, but it can be avoided with the Arduina's protection. I do not know if I am awake or asleep even now. I can feel the darkness tearing at my mind. Lucky for you, I seem to have a fix for that. Worryless is an aptly named plant. Inhaling the smell of the flowers is said to help ease symptoms of anxiety. But you're not going to tell me what the flowers look like. Or what any of that looks like. So berries, not flowers. They smell wonderful. That's Bennett. Already got that one. Dark blue flowers. Smells like rhubarb. Long flat leaves. Sort of look like the right leaves, but it doesn't say anything about the smell. These are berries, yes. It could be this one, I think. Or worryless. So leaves look correct. It's got an alarming lack of information. but I think this should be correct. So let's go see who's at Egremont Castle. The crumbling ruins of Egremont Castle perch atop the hillside, overlooking the village below. As I wander through the walled remnants, I'm reminded of the legend of the Egremont horn that once hung proudly above the castle gateway. Although long since lost, it is said that the mystical horn, when blown by a rightful heir, has the power to restore the castle to its former glory. That's a powerful horn. Hello, Simone. I met a strange man on the road to Sedberg not 2 days ago. Stranger still, he asked after you. Said he had something for you. Don't ask me what. So I told him where to find you, but he looked stricken when I mentioned Undermere. Said he doesn't come near towns at all if he can help it. It's unfortunate. He's headed west. At least I think he was. Said he was looking for the Winster Spring. I'll write this down for you. Much appreciated. Anyway, that's my news. You managed to find the plant I wanted? Sure did, if I can just remember which one it was. There we go. Headed west from Sedberg, possibly near the source of the river Rinster. River Loon, Winster. West from Sedberg, near the source of the river Rinster. It's gonna be one of these two. Why did I come here? Because I was trying something. Anyway, where's my watering can? We're just gonna go ahead and try that again. Alright, source of the river Winster is here. The hermit's camp is easy to find, nestled between two boulders above the spring. The cooled remains of a fire, ringed by stones, is the only immediate sign that anyone was here. I call out, but there's no reply. The hermit is not here. A more thorough search of the campsite yields something interesting. Tucked off to one side, I discover some broken pieces of wood arranged on the floor. Down 2, right 3. Jeez. Down 2, right 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The camp at the Winster Spring has led me to another camp of sorts, where I'm greeted by an eccentric man. Oh, yes, yes, ho ho ho, the man says. You must take this, take it, take it. At his insistence, I receive the looking glass that he thrusts into my hands. He places an envelope delicately on top. Oh, it's no use to me anymore. Oh, no use. Don't forget the red, the red, the red, the red. Oh, Avony. I'm sure that he is quite mad. It is said that the red Avony plant has the property of uncovering that which is hidden or secret. I've perfected a device designed to use extract from the plant in concert with a viewing window in order to permit the user to see magics otherwise invisible to the naked eye. So I need a plant. Well, I've got plenty of red plants. Don't reckon I've got anything about red ebony in here. Conrad Stanway. I'm not long for this world, and I have decided that I want to be buried in a grave decorated with the rare and beautiful Caballia, like a drear huntsman with their strontium-covered tombs. I make no promises, but I'll do my best. A rare plant that is believed to help the dead find peace in the afterlife. Okay, fair enough. Those who can afford it, place wreaths made from it at the graves of their loved ones. Caballia flowers almost always contain 6 petals. Finding a 7-petaled flower is believed to bring good fortune. So all I know is that it's a 6-petaled flower. These ones are all 6 petals that I can see. That one's got 5. 5. It's 4. That one has 7. That's Fennet. It's 5. 5. So this is the most likely one. And it does look correct. Oh, yeah. And we've got the will to explore some more. How about Hawkshead? Hawkshead is a characterful tangle of alleys, archways, and cobbled squares. Although most of the residents are honest, hard-working tradesfolk, it is still prudent to stay alert when navigating the town's warren of lanes. I've noticed a shady-looking character draped in a hood and cloak, following me from afar since I arrived. It's probably just a local eccentric, but in these troubled times, it's not worth taking any risks. Fair enough. Speaking of, your reputation is growing, horticulturist. I hear you are the person to come to for plants that are difficult to acquire. Maybe. My head feels like it's being torn in two lately. I'm looking for some hop art. Do you, have a jade mask? Little is known about the mysterious woman in the jade mask. She's occasionally seen in Undermere, but people understandably avoid her cold demeanor. Interesting. Hop art, huh? Inhaling smoke from burning the dried leaves of this plant can provide some pain relief. Fair enough. Burned leaves grow up the stems, leading to blue flowers. I've got some blue flowers, but most of them are identified already. Not sure if I even have hop art at this point. I've got some will to explore, but... Oh, I do have one that's... And that actually does look correct. And stiff leaves. Top part. Would you look at that? One of the very last things I checked. Alright. Let's try Tebe. Haven't been there yet. You wouldn't think, following the modern railway line into Tebe, that this prosperous village was once home to a notorious prophetess. Mary Baines, a local witch, haunted the locals with her tales about the end of the world. Although such prognostications may seem quaint nowadays, her grave in the churchyard is still avoided by all in the village, and nothing grows there. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Hope I haven't missed any more papers up here. Interesting. Hello again, Miss Green. Reuben Ward has called on my unique expertise to aid in his investigation at the Swinside Stone Circle. Unique expertise. Ah. He wants to know. He knows how to flatter an old woman when he wants something. I thought about telling him to suck an egg. Gave it a good long thought, actually. But my curiosity has gotten the better of me. He must be desperate if he's coming to me. And I'll bet they found something real juicy down there. Signs of a ritual sacrifice, maybe. I could do with some witch fig to take with me. Always comes in useful. Can see about that. Witch fig. Plant that is said to have many uses, including easing symptoms of infection, soaking up moisture, and detecting the presence of certain compounds. It is also well liked by butterflies, has similar leaves to the feverkiss plant, which it's often confused with. What's feverkiss look like? Red berries. Oh. So we're looking at this probably. So let's label those two. And off on a quick adventure. We could check out Swinside again. See if we can get in. Nope. We cannot stay there. Cannot be there at all. So that's the first one we actually got. Oh, it's you again. I never see anybody in your shop. It's a daily surprise to me that you're still in business. Believe me, I wouldn't be in here if I didn't have to be, especially with that damn cat still here. Well, then go somewhere else. I need some bishop's parasol for a work-related matter. Do you now? A mushroom found in dark, damp places, feeding on any light that gets close to it, can seem to draw light in, enveloping its dark surroundings in darkness. It's a milky fluid that can be consumed as a treatment for stomach pains. A business matter, huh? Oh, this one has a viscous white ooze. This one doesn't seem like it would have gills, though. This one doesn't mention the milky fluid. I haven't got many mushrooms besides those. He's lucky I've got these mushrooms at all. Alright, one more place to explore. Let's see what Torver is like. It's a pleasant town to spend a quiet afternoon in. Fair enough. Alright, now we can end the day. Not long after the girl left home, her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief that he let her go and did not look for her. The old man of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current, floating gently southwards to the fork. Day 6, Wednesday. Give the kitty a little pet. And that's actually where we're going to leave it for now, because we are all out of time for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you'd like to see any of the previous episodes that I've recorded, not of this game yet, because this is the first episode, of course, but of any other games that I've played, you can find them all on YouTube at Shadow Roanoke BT. And if you'd like to catch this live in the future, or any other games that I'm playing live in the future, of course, you can find them at twitch.tv/Shadow Roanoke BT. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.